All right, Shalom, Shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. We give double honors to our apostle and elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, and to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth, that's fighting, that's pushing, and striving for the hope of salvation. We're in the time of the end, 2021, which has been the year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're hoping that the Lord comes and receives his elect, Lord willing, will be a part of that holy number. And to you hopeful elect out there on the four corners of the planet Earth, confusion of face that don't look like your normal everyday uh, so-called jakes. You know, the time is where the Lord is redeeming his elect. All right, and strengthen them through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. This lesson is going to be called "The Elect Shall Eat the Manna." Okay, the elect shall eat the manna. All right, I was gonna, go live, but I just figured I'd just, go into it. The spirit just had jumped on me just to, go into it, into the blue letter. A few people are going live too, so but yeah, let's jump into it, man. The manna is coming. The elect shall eat of the manna, because we're in the wilderness all over again. I was doing some reading, going through some of the commentaries, and a few things stuck out to me. The main thing is that Yahweh Shai is that manna from heaven, and that manna is being fed to us again because we are in the wilderness again. Okay, we are in Egypt again. So the Lord is feeding us with that manna from heaven, with spiritual manna, which is the spiritual bread. In the time of Exodus, we ate of the actual physical manna that fell from heaven. We gathered and we made cakes, or we made bread. We helped we satisfied ourselves with that manna that the Lord gave us, but that was a representation of Yahweh Shai when he would come and give us the true bread of heaven, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why he said, if you eat of this bread, you shall never hunger again. All right? Water, wine, bread, it's just heavenly. It's angels' food, okay? Because what do angels eat? Angels are ministers of Yahweh Shem Shai. They do the words and wills of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's their food. What did Yahweh Shai say? He said, I have meat that you know not of. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's start with that. Let's pull that up real quick. Because that's the tone we're at now, man. We're eating in front of these people, but they don't know what we eat. We're eating that is true. We're eating of this truth right now in front of everybody. That's why David said, he prepared a table for me in the midst of mine enemies. That's this truth. That's this truth right here. That's what we've been fed. That's what's grown us. That's what nourishes us. That's why it says the outer man perisheth, but the inner man is renewed day by day. This is John 4:32, and it says, but he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. So that's what he would speak. That's that angel's food, okay? Because his will was to do the what? The will of the Father, man. That was his food. That's what the angels' food are. It's to do the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's how they're nourished. That's how they're fulfilled, man. Okay? This is John 4:33. And it says, therefore said the disciples one to another, have any man brought him aught to eat? Because they didn't understand. They were looking at it as a carnal sense. But Yahweh Shai was always spiritual. Mixing, he even can mix the carnal with the spiritual to make the spiritual point. That's why it says he would speak to them in parables. And the disciples even asked, he says, why you speak to the people in parables, explain it plainly. But it says it's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. It says, this is verse 34. Yahweh Shai saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me. So that's going into the angels' food also. Okay. So let's pull it up here. Let's Salaki, I'm over here on my phone. This is John 4:34. All right. And it says, Yahweh Shai saith unto them, my meat, my food, my nourishment is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. Okay? That's where you see where they say where you see where it says angels food, man. Okay, this is Psalms 78 verse 25. Man did eat. It says man did eat angels food. He sent them meat to the full. See, this is speaking about back in the time of what? Where we were in Exodus. Okay, let's read here. It's also known as corn. It says Psalm 78 and 24. And he rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. See? So that heavenly food is symbolic of what we're getting today. We're getting that manna, but it's the spiritual manna because it's being sent by Yahushua, because Yahushua said that he'd be with us, man. Okay? He said that he'd be with us. So let's jump right into Exodus 16. Because this food that's being given now, we're in the wilderness and we're tasting of what? Yahushua, man. He's giving us the true bread, the true nourishment, man, which is the will of the Father, by giving us what? Access back to the Father, man, through his spirit. All right, this is Exodus 16 and 31. It says the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and the word manna means what is it? All right, it means what is it? Let's pull it up. Aman. Also, you get manja. I think the apostle always goes into that. Mawan. All right. Mawan. What is it? Mawan. They were saying Mawan. Mawan, manna, the bread of heaven that fed the Israelites for 40 years in the wilderness, wandering. Man means what is it? Okay. So you're seeing that it was an unknown thing. Just like now, this truth is new to Jake. You know, especially when we tell Israel out there, they're like, what is that? This is that man. The word is also symbolic of that manna, that mawan, okay? Because they're looking at this truth as a new thing, as a strange thing. When we tell them that they're the children of Israel, they look at us crazy, man. When we tell them that the Lord is dealing with the Israelites, they look at us crazy. But that's the true bread, man. That's the true food. That's the angel's food, man. That's the word of Yahweh Shem Shai that's telling us that he's only dealing with Israel. Amos 3:1. All right? That he says he's only known one nation. He keeps us as the apple of his eye. That's his words throughout the whole scriptures, but we lost track of that. We lost track of that. So that's why Yahushua came to be the fulfillment of that. That's why he received the opportunity and the ability to unlock the seals and give us that understanding, man. Okay? So I went into some of the commentaries, right? And I went into David Goosey. And then I also went into Matthew Henry. He went into it a little bit also too. But the main thing of and that manna was sweet, man. It was sweet. We ate of that manna, but it was sweet manna. It wasn't just like the commentaries going into. It's not like the Lord provided us with gruel, you know, like just enough. Here you go. You know, we would have still been okay. You know, Most High wouldn't have been unrighteous because he still nourished us, but he gave us the food. The manna was also sweet and good, and it tasted well. That's this truth, man. That's why it says is what is sweet in my mouth is honey, but bitter, man. That goes into that role, man. What the Lord tells Ezekiel, eat this roll and then go speak to the house of Israel. What it say? It was sweet in my mouth as honey, but it was bitter in my belly, man. All right. So the same thing as the manna in the wilderness. It was sweet to the taste, man. It was sweet. That's what the Lord was symbolic of this truth, man. All right. It was symbolic of Yahushua because Yahushua is sweet. If to the ones that know it, you tasted the Lord, really, you know it's sweet, man. It's nourishing. All right. So let's go into this commentary. It says the house of Israel called it name manna mawan Ma'awan, this name means what is it? It is based on the question asked on Exodus 16 and 15. What it says, it was white as coriander seed, and refers to small sizes, excuse me, particles of the bread from heaven. It meant that it had to be humbly, carefully gathered. So that's another thing. With this truth, you got to come humbly. That's why it says you must become a new man. You must become born again. That's why Yahushua was telling Nicodemus, man, you got to be humble yourself. That's what this truth is about. When you come into this first, you're wanton, undisciplined, man. You're just like you're a child, man. Okay, so you come in this and you have to learn. You have to be taught up again. You have to be under tutelage. That's why the Lord sets up apostles and elders to teach the men. Though they be heirs over all, they must be under tutors until the time appointed, man. All right, that's what the Lord deals with order. So just like the coriander seed, the manna was small. You had to collect it. You couldn't just, it wasn't just a lump sum. It's right there chilling, manna loaves. You just picked it up like the corner store. No, you had to labor for it. You all right? You had to labor just like us. You have to learn in the truth. You have to study. You have to go into it. You have to research. You have to apply it. That's us gathering that manna. That's us harvesting that manna. Okay, just like everything was done to a specific T, man. The Lord trained us exactly how He wanted to train us, man. Exactly to the T. He gave us the all the experiences we we're going through was to lead us to the understanding of what Yahushua and Him being that sacrifice to bring us again back to the Father. And He is the one that nourishes, that truly just nourishes. He's the bread, man. He is the bread. All right. That's why He says Moses didn't feed you with bread, but I'll get that in a little bit. It says it was like the taste of it was like wayfarers made with honey. It says Yahweh gave Israel good tasting food. He didn't. Yep, this right here. He didn't give them tasteless gruel or pasty porridge, since it could be baked like bread or cake. Exodus 16 and 23. We can pull over that and read it. It says, and He said unto them, this is what it says, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow, it says, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake, bake that which ye will bake today, and seed it that ye will seethe, and that which remaineth overlaid up for you to be kept until the morning. So the Lord is saying, look, that was the Sabbath, that was the rest. Okay, that was the rest. So they had to do it. They baked up the cakes, and they had enough to leave over. And that also goes into what? That the Lord, the power, the Most High has control over the thing. It says when Israel done it out of disobedience, okay, then the bread was corrupted. It brought forth stink in the worms. But when they did it obediently, the Most High didn't make it. The bread lasted, man. So that's the same thing. If you come to this truth the right way and you do things the right way, all right, obediently, you will flourish and the bread will maintain. Your bread will be sustained. But if you come off and you're trying to do it another disobediently, and you see it happening right now with these other camps, and you see the fruits of it, then what's going to happen? That bread, that word that they're pushing will become stink. It will become putrefying. That's these guys that's come up against, especially the apostles and elders, man. They fallen, man. All these dudes from Dinobot to Champagne in my city, man. All these guys, where they at? Where they at? Where are they at? Their bread is putrefied and worm and rotten and thrown away, man. All right. It says eat was like eating sweet bread every day. All right. Let's go down here. But the main thing right here is this part. Okay. It says this manna is the bread from heaven, is a powerful picture of Yahushua Himself. After feeding the 5,000, Yahushua had a discussion with people who wanted Him to keep feeding him with his miraculous power. they wanted Yahushua to provide for them just Israel was provided for with manna in the wilderness. This is what Yahushua said in reply. Most assuredly I say unto you, Moses did not give you bread from heaven, but my Father gives you the true bread from heaven. That's his son. For the bread of Yahweh is he who comes down from heaven and gives life to the world. And what world is that? That's the world of Israel. That's the cosmos. That's who he's giving bread to. And then right here is the list of how this is representation of Yahweh Shai, aware of our needs. That's why it says what? The Lord came down to heal the sick. He didn't come for the whole. It says of those that are sick seek a physician. Each for himself, family by family. Same thing with the Passover lamb. The Passover lamb was said, what? You take a lamb for your household. If there be too much, you give your neighbors, man. Okay? So the Lord deals with us as individuals and households, man. But he deals with the whole nation. All right? Every day, nourishment. All right? And humble, because you had to go down on your knees and gather that manna. All right? It says with gratitude, knowing we don't deserve it. We don't deserve what Yahushua gave us. We don't deserve it, man. We're not worthy of his sacrifice, but he gave it to us. It says eating it, taking the gifts inside in our innermost being. That means you digest it. That's why it says eat this roll, then go speak to the house of Israel. Take of Yahushua, then go speak to the house of Israel. Then Yahushua may sup with those that are brought to this truth, man. And if it be his, he's going to nourish it, man. Okay, he's going to nourish it up. So I'm just going to go through these precepts since the point has been hit. And Lord willing, you brothers can see it. But Yahushua is that bread from heaven. This is Numbers 11 and verse 7. Numbers 11 and verse 7. And the manna was a coriander seed, and the color thereof, as the color of bebelum. So let's look at what that word bebelum means. Bedlam.
Strong's H916. Bedolah.
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 All right. It says what? I.e. gum resin. Gum resin, okay? Just like you see like frankincense. The tree sap. Like sap. Divine, separate, severe, make distinct difference. Okay? So the main thing was that it looks like that gum resin, okay? Let's keep reading up here. It says, and the manna was of coriander seed, and the color thereof is as the color of bedlam. So you had to pick it. Okay, it rained down, and the people went about and gathered it and ground it into meal, to beat it into mortar and bake it in pans, and made cakes of it. And the taste of it was the taste of fresh oil with olive oil, man. So there was that's also symbolic of Yahushua being that oil. He's the oil, he's the wine, he's the manna. Okay, that's him. He's our sacrifice, he's the Passover lamb. And when the dew fell upon the camp at night, the manna fell upon it. All right. So the Lord provided, man. Same thing he's providing today. And he's the one providing it. It's not the world. Just like the world, Esau can so-called GMO the rain, but it's not the real rain. You know, the Lord is making the real things come down that we need to satisfy ourselves with. This is Exodus 16, verse 4. It says, then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. Because what it says, Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, man. It is written of him. So who you think is trying Israel? They tried him back then. Okay? So let's look in let's pull up the book of Sirach. Let me try to pull it up. I'll pull it up on the internet or another tab. It's the book of Sirach 4 and 17. This is Sirach 4 and 17. Because same thing as wisdom, man. Wisdom tries you. And that's the Lord trying you also. And I'm trying to get, there we go. We'll pull up Bible Gateway. KJV, First King James. At first you will walk with him in twists and turns. I don't want to pull up. That's the Geneva, huh? All right. At first, wisdom will lead you among difficult paths. She will make you afraid that you will think you cannot go on. The discipline she demands will be tormenting, and she will put you to test with her requirements until she trusts you. That's the simple, but that's how it's breaking down. It says the wisdom walketh by you in crooked paths, man, until she trusts you. That's what the Lord was saying. Try you by the laws, man. All right, same thing in the wilderness that was tried, same thing we tried today. It says at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her disciplines until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Okay? It's the same thing that happened back then. What's happening now, man? All right? Same thing was happening now. So what we're getting set for is Yahweh Shai is that true manna, man. And we're eating of it. The elect is eating and being nourished while everybody else is hungry, man. But they don't want to take of the manna, man. This is Matthew 11:29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls. Where does that go back to? Because that's that sweetness also. Because that's the representation of Yahweh Shah being that sweetness. Because it said, learn of me. My yoke is easy, man. Because once you learn of the Lord and you come and recognize him as being the Son of the Most High, and you accept him in your heart, man, that's the first steps, man. That's why Paul was saying, look, don't judge a man according to feast days and Sabbath. Let him get Yahweh Shai first. Because once he gets Yahweh Shai, that's gonna grow in him. Yahweh Shai gonna tighten him up, man. But bring him to the Lord first. That's why the Lord said, him that will not have me rule over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. So the Son wants you to serve it. He wants you to believe on him, man. Then he'll start working with you. Because if you believe on him, you believe in the Father, man. It says her ways are ways of pleasantness, and her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. The Lord, it says, the Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding hath established the heavens. So that's what you see taking place, man. The Lord is giving us this truth and giving us his bread through his sacrifice, man. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. It went on a little long, but Lord, I just wanted to make sure the point was hit. It was on my spirit this morning to get this done. So Wadi Abashimi Asha for allowing me to do this. And like it says, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakadash. We say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakadash. Till next time, keep faith, keep fighting, pushing to that hope for goal of salvation. Shalom, Akim. Go on.